Hello everyone, welcome again to the EBM Scholars Show. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM. We have a special guest here, the winner of Green Card Lottery. I've been doing a series of people who have won Green Card Lottery to show that this is real and how people are transitioning to the Green Card Lottery. So before I continue, I would like to invite my guest here and introduce yourself. What is your name and where are you right now?
Okay, my name's Astrida Sendende. Right now I'm in Kansas City.
In the United States of America.
Yes.
Welcome to America.
Thank
on
you.
Behalf of the people for America.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations for winning Green Card Lottery.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you have been here for how long now?
Probably like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So you are still brand new. The good thing, you have exposure of traveling around the world. You have been in other countries, right?
Yes.
So America is not something new. You didn't come direct from Africa to America. You went to other countries. You came direct from South Korea.
Yeah.
Okay, so the part of this today's show is to get the feeling of someone arriving to the United States of America through Green Card Lottery. What question do you usually what kind of question do you have in order to succeed in America and all other things? So I'll give opportunity to Astrida to ask me any question she wants to know about America and the immigrant life in America, and I'll be happy to answer some of those questions. Be sure I'll be able to answer those questions. Okay. So you are welcome and ask any question you want me to respond. Hopefully they'll not be too tough questions.
All right. As I'm new to United States, I would like to know like the mistakes that I should avoid in this early stage so that I can succeed.
Yes, that is a very good question, because usually when we are immigrant, we come in America, we already start our life somewhere else. Maybe for you, you have education, you had your career, and you come here to start over. So we don't have any room for making any mistake. Because, for instance, when I came to America, I was 27 years old. So someone in America already lived this life. So while I'm coming to start from line 0 to go up, someone already is a step ahead. So there are certain things you need to avoid or to pay attention in order to succeed. Number one thing, in my opinion, is not to avoid crimes. By crimes, there are things it might be not a big deal from our culture, but here are a big deal. For instance, in Africa, you can get from work, get 2-3 beers, and drive your car back to your home from the bar. That's normal. But here, that is driving under influence, a big, big mistake. Okay. It can affect your jobs. It can affect so many opportunities because you have DUI, driving under influence. So number one, don't do that. So just overall, a lot of unnecessary crimes. That is number one. But another thing which you can be helped to be able to succeed in a very simple way is the issue of credit card. I made a video about credit card. And because in our countries, we don't have the credit cards. And here you come here, you just apply, or they give you the offer even if without applying, maybe 500, 1,000, 5,000. And we do not know how to use it. So you just take the card and go to the bar, go to somewhere and just enjoy yourself. And we don't pay what we're supposed to pay on time. So that is affecting what we call credit score. And the credit card and the credit score are very important because at the end, when you are going to find an apartment, they have to check your credit. Are you able to pay rent? Are you trustworthy to get a loan for a car? If you want a brand new car, it's very difficult to buy. $20,000 car, $50,000. You have to get a loan. But if you want to buy a house down the road, you need to have credit history, good credit. So while Americans are starting at very long, like 15 years old, they build for 15 years. For you, you are already above 25. Okay. So if you are you are already late. So you don't have any room for mistake. So that is something, like I can say simply that one. And another thing is when you get a job, even if you want to change another job, don't quit just by brushing the supervisor even if you don't agree with someone, because supervisor have very important role in recommending to another person or to another job. They can call you, allow you to quit another job to go to another job. It's your right, but how do you quit the job? How do you change your job from one job to another? Yes, don't change your job after every week. So those are certain things you have to avoid, like certain kind of mistakes or things to make sure that you do in the right way. There are so many things, but those are the basic I can say to start with.
Okay, I think that's clear. My second question is, by profession, I'm an accountant. I would like to know, like, can I get accounting jobs?
Yes, okay. That is a very, very good question, because when we are studying in our countries, in developing countries, we have so many reasons why we decide to study that one. But overall, usually is the status of the profession and how much it pays. I understand we have why I want to become an accountant, why I become a lawyer, and there's special all those things. But sometimes when you move to another country, there is a bit of challenge. Does my education directly translate into American life? So accountant, you might be degree in accounting plus a CPA. So in America, number one, accounting, certain things are a little bit different. So you have to be aware of that. So if you want to continue with the accounting field, you have to make sure that you find out what are the differences between accounting here and the accounting you study in your country. And what certification do they need in order to practice accounting? For instance, you can have a CPA, but the CPA you have is Tanzanian CPA, registered in Tanzania, but does that allow you to work here, or do you need to do another CPA here? And if you want to do CPA in America, does that CPA is supposed to be, because some countries you must have master's degree maybe to do master's in accounting to do CPA. So you need to know that one. But again, you need to practice. So to practice that one, you cannot just jump and get a very big, become accountant for entire firm. You can start being a bookkeeper, you can start to do something just to learn. While you are in the system, you keep learning. But overall, find what certification you need to care to have in order to continue with your profession. That will be a good one. Another advice is sometimes, I don't know the reason why you decided to study accounting in the first place, but you might come here and you find something else, might not be accounting, might be administration, but because of your accounting background, you can do much better to understand giving some decisions, whatever. So there are so many other things that might be related, so not necessarily to be, I must be accountant for this particular firm. So you have to see which other things can be related to accounting and to be open-minded to find all those opportunities. Because if you are fixed, I have to do accounting only, you might have a trouble because sometimes there are not many opportunities, and then you can be stuck with a high educated with a good experience but no jobs.
Okay. I hear there's a lot of nursing jobs here, opportunities in that sector.
And they pay well.
Yeah. What do you advise?
Okay.
Can I be a nurse or maybe a pharmacist or a dentist?
Yeah. So first of all, let me start. Dentist is the most highly paid job in America. If you are a dentist, you get a lot of good money compared to the nursing, compared to medical doctors, kind of that. But overall, medical field in America pays a lot. That's number one. Secondly, it is a guaranteed job you'll be having there. So if you study nursing, so there is two ways. There is what we call certified nursing assistant, which we call CNA, or people working, sometimes they assist in nursing, but also they work in nursing homes. To get that certification is very short, less than 6 months, whatever, you can get that certification. But if you want to do a nursing until you have a degree, that is a different procedure. Because you have a degree, there are certain courses you don't need to do like 2 years. 4 years degree. You might do 2 years. There are certain courses you transfer and continue from there. So if you do just a CNA, you can be able to get at least up to $20 per hour. Remember, most of the jobs, like the one we do, like normal casual jobs, is just like up to $10, $12. So if you do CNA, those normal nursing home, whatever, you can get $18, $20 per hour, which is a very decent pay. That's number one. But if you go up to do nursing, you have a degree in nursing, you can get $45, $50 minimum from 40 and above is a registered nurse. So it's a very good pay, and there is a guarantee of that. For dentists, also, the dental school is a very long one, and it is very expensive, but there is a trick. Just you do what they call dental assistant, to become a dental assistant. Dental assistant, they don't study long, it's less than 1 year, but their pay is at least $30 per hour. So that is also very good. So it depends which one you are comfortable doing with. So it's just like you are allowed to change one profession to another profession. Yes, number one in America, we need money. We need money because you have so many bills. I understand we need what makes us happy. Because you do what you love, whatever, but in the end, you need to have bills. You have a family. How do you pay the rent? How do you pay for child care? How do you pay for this one? So number one, you can do something which can give you good money. You can say, okay, let me do nursing degree and paid $45. I can do that one. And the nurses, they do like 3 or 4 days per week. They don't work full time, like whatever. So it's because they have 12 hours a shift. So they can do 3 days, so you can have more time to do with your family, or you can do something you love on the side for that case. So, for instance, nursing, like if you have a degree as nursing, you get at least 7,000, 8,000 per month. That's why you find many immigrants, when they come here, they are becoming in nursing, or they become in the medical field, because it's a guaranteed job, you get paid, guarantee, I can simply say that. So if you have a heart to do that, yeah, you can do that. For me, I didn't do nursing because I'm not good into that. Even like to talk myself, yeah, it's very difficult. But if I had that courage, that is a profession I could easily do.
Oh, thank you. That's very clear. Another thing I would like to know about the child care. For instance, if I would decide to work and my husband work.
Yeah.
So we need a place where to leave our baby.
Yeah, that is a very good one. It's a very good one because different from where we come from, in developing countries, we live as a family. We live as a small village. You have people you can trust. You have neighbor. You can have maid. Just within very small amount of money, someone can be able to help that. But here, any kind of job, first of all, like if someone comes to, even if we'll be sweeping, cleaning your house, you cannot pay anybody less than the minimum wage of the particular state. So there is no state in America which pays less than $8. Most is $8.50, $9, $10, whatever, depending on the state. So if both of you decide to work, if you decide to have a babysitter, for instance, the babysitter, the smallest amount you'll get is $8.50. So that per month is per hour.
Okay.
So that is very, very expensive. And if you take someone to a daycare, at least the cheapest one is $1,200. That is the cheapest one per month. So you see how expensive it is. So, but majority will be 15,000. I mean, 1,500, 1,500. So it's still very expensive. So my advice is this way, because you might end up finding a job. Let's say you get 2,500. Let's say that way. With the tax and everything, you end up getting maybe 2,000. And you get all the deduction. So with the 2,000, you end up paying someone to look after your child for 1,500, like 1,000. So you end up having like 300, 400 at the end, and you worked the entire month with the transportation and everything. So you end up like, really, why can't you stay with your child? So there is a different way you can do that. My advice, because you and your husband both are here, you can decide one can work during the day, one can work during the night. Or one can find a job to work from home, another one can work from wherever going to work. So that means you have your own child, you can decide, okay, I'll be working 4 hours. So there are so many jobs you can work from home. For instance, data entry. You can be given the data, you can be doing data entry from home. There are certain jobs you can just do, but they call medical billing. So what you do, you go, there is a certain special courses you have to take, like, but it's not long. So you do those kind of courses, and then you do like call people for medical or credit card. So there are those kind of like billing, whatever. So they give you the phone by the company, they give you the laptop and everything. You work from home. So even if you work 4 or 5 hours, but you don't pay another person to watch after your child, and you get paid for that. So that is something else, yeah. Or you can just find out, but it's still very tough, but what kind of business can you be able to do? So all that. So there are different ways, but personal, I don't advise to get the small amount of money you are getting after working so hard and take all the money back to someone to watch after your child. But because your child now is, how old is she?
3 years.
3 years. So, but when she's 5, because she can be able to start school from maybe 8 to 3:30 to 4, she's at school. So that time you can be able to find someone to work. And even if you have a child care, will be like
For
a few hours, like 2 hours, 3 hours, so you can be able to do that. So you have to plan for that, because in the US, that's why children is very expensive. To have a child, yes, I know that. But what is make expensive is not about the money only, but there is also about attention, because here, a parent, your number one priority is that child. So then you need to have kind of attention. The kids nowadays, they want more attention, so you need to be fully committed to with the child. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Do you have any question up to?
No, I'm glad. I'm glad that I got ideas on what to do as of now. Yeah.
So now you have green card. What is your, if I can ask at least one question, what is your overall plan in America? Is just to come here to sit for 1 year and go back to your own country, or you are here for a long time, get money, invest in your home country, or what is your just overall plan for you?
Since I'm a permanent resident, I'm here to stay.
You're permanently here. I like the spirit.
Yeah, I'm here to stay, to work, and do everything. Maybe
Okay.
back home, we'll do some investment later on. Yeah.
Is green card lottery scam or is real? Because you are here now, that means it's real. But before you applied, was it fake for you or real?
Real, it was fake.
It was fake at the beginning because it's difficult to trust.
Yeah, I didn't trust. I was just doing it by just doing.
Because it's free, you have
Yeah.
nothing to lose to apply.
Yeah, then later on, I just tried twice, and it was my luck.
You are among the very few people in this world who are the very lucky people to win the lottery. So, everyone, please apply for the green card lottery. It's free of charge to apply, but after winning, there is a procedure on how to go about. So thank you so much, Australia, for coming to my show.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And maybe another time, if you have any question, you can come back here for more. Remember to subscribe to our channel and share the video. So thank you so much, and welcome again to America.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.